Hello everybody and welcome to the Scouting Report. I'm Dan Hayek here with Matt Doyle, and today we're previewing the Rocky Mountain Cup match taking place this Saturday. Matt, in the early going, RSL hasn't shown that much going forward in the first 60 minutes, both against San Jose and against DC last weekend. Once Joao Plata checks on, they've become a different team. They've started generating chances. Do you think there's any chance the tiny little Ecuadorian gets a start in this one?
No, Jason Christ said this week he needs to work on his fitness, and that's that. If he doesn't believe that you're 90 minutes fit, then you're not going to play from the start. I think the only exception to that rule would be Javier Morales when he comes back. So as good as Plata has been in doses, he's only going to play in doses until the RSL Brain Trust believes he can do it. Now, that puts a lot of pressure on Robbie Finley, who's been kind of disappointing in his first two games back. For all the flack that has been thrown his way in the wake of the 2010 World Cup, he was a double-digit scorer in MLS back 2009, 2010. This is a guy who made a difference in an MLS Cup, who played very, very well for this RSL team. They need him to start playing very, very well again, because Alvaro Saborio can't do it all on his own, and he's kind of been asked to since the middle of last summer.
Now, on the Colorado side, we've seen two lively performances out of Deshaun Brown. He actually got an assist in Game 2. He hasn't scored himself yet, though. What kind of performance are you expecting out of him against Colorado's biggest rival?
Well, I think he'll be busy. I think he'll get into good spots, but you can't trust a rookie to finish. Even Will Bruin 2 years ago, he had one great game against DC United and then was a terrible finisher for the rest of the year. Defenders are bigger, faster, stronger. They read the game better. So those windows of opportunity to actually score a goal at the professional level, much smaller than they are at the amateur level. And that's what Deshaun Brown is coming from. Now, I think eventually this guy will be a very good MLS player and a very good goal scorer. And I think he does a lot of things to help the attack as a whole. But if you're going into a rivalry game counting on a rookie to give you goals, you're in trouble. And the Rapids right now, they're in trouble.
Sticking with the theme of youngsters in this one, Luis Gil and Sebastian Velasquez, two young attacking talents for the Real Salt Lake midfield. We've seen flashes here and there in the early going this season, but they haven't seemed to really be on the same page. Do you expect in Game 3 that they'll be clicking?
I think they're going to get closer and closer as it goes along. I think RSL knew this was going to be a transitional year. At some level, they know that their possession system doesn't work quite as well when you are trying to integrate new guys as they're doing. And Velasquez and Gil, neither of them really understand yet that if you can beat a guy with a pass, it's better to do that than beating him on the dribble. You pass and then you move into space, and then you pass again and you move into space again, and eventually you put the ball in the net. They don't quite get that yet, though they're getting closer. So I think it is a learning curve for both of them. Two of the most exciting young players in the league, though. You're going to end up seeing, I think, two teams that look a lot different in August and September than they look right now in March.
All right, well, we'll get to see how this one unfolds Saturday evening. It kicks off at 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can watch it on MLS Live.